Ruben Amorim opens up about Manchester United players ahead of January transfer window. The January transfer window is just around the corner, and if Manchester United intends to remain active, they will need to sell players before they can make any significant signings. Ruben Amorim, who is currently navigating his early days in charge, has admitted he is still evaluating which players will be part of his long-term plans at the club. Having fielded 20 different players in his first 5 matches, Amorim has made the most of his squad, making 25 substitutions in as many opportunities. However, for United to strengthen in the upcoming transfer window, the reality is that they must first offload players. With the club sitting in 13th place in the Premier League, finding buyers for some players could prove to be challenging. "I'm really focused on understanding my players. That's one of the issues the club faces," Amorim explained. "We need to focus on what we have, and we must focus on our academy, ensuring we have a clear profile for the players we need. It's all about managing the details, because when you look at our team, we're small compared to others. Every detail matters, and we need to be crystal clear on our profiles, organize everything properly, and then we can move into the phase of buying and selling players." Amorim acknowledged the challenge of turning things around at a club as large and historic as Manchester United, where expectations are sky high. "We have international players, like Tyrell Malaysia, good players, but we need time to instill our ideas in them. We have to be patient. This is a huge club. If we don't win, the manager goes, the player goes. You have to understand that," he said. The manager stressed the importance of improving the team and organizing the club before rushing into any transfer decisions. "We need to improve as a team. There's a lot we need to organize within the club before we can even think about buying or selling players. There's a lot of work to do. We need to focus on improving our players, developing our academy, and then we'll see where we stand." When asked whether he had already formed conclusions about certain players, Amorim's response was honest and pragmatic. "I really don't know yet. There's so much to consider right now. We've got a lot of work ahead, many games, and not enough time to train. Players have contracts, and we need to see how everything unfolds. It's a new idea, a new coach. Sometimes, after the first week, I think I have one idea, then in the second week, I might have a completely different one. So, we have to wait and see what happens. Things are very tight right now." Amorim made it clear that his focus is firmly on improving the team, one game at a time. "We're all focused on improving the squad. We can't think beyond the next match. The transfer window will open, and like any other club, we could make moves, but right now, our focus is on winning games. We need to have that winning mentality, and it starts tomorrow." With the January window fast approaching, the pressure will continue to mount on Amorim to make decisive choices about the squad's future while trying to get Manchester United back to the top. As the team looks to turn around their disappointing start to the season, the manager's approach, focusing on steady improvements, building a strong foundation, and getting the most out of his players, will be crucial to navigating what could be a transformative window for the club. Ruben Amorim speaks out on Dan Ashworth's departure from Manchester United. "It's a tough situation." Ruben Amorim has addressed the recent departure of Dan Ashworth from Manchester United, describing the situation as tough. Ashworth, who had only been in his role as the club's inaugural sporting director for just over 5 months, was dismissed on Saturday, sparking concern over the club's leadership stability. Amorim, who was appointed as head coach by United after a protracted search, acknowledged the difficulties arising from Ashworth's exit. The former sporting director had reportedly disagreed with Amorim's appointment, fearing that the new coach would be overly hands-on, and had also advocated for Gareth Southgate. Despite this, Amorim expressed that the departure is part of the unpredictable nature of football. "The first thing I want to say is that from day one, I felt great support from the ownership, from Omar, from them as well, from Jason, Wilcox, and Dan was part of that," Amorim said. "I really felt supported by Dan too. But this is football, and sometimes things like this happen. It happens with players, it happens with coaches. I know it's not the best situation, but what's important is that we stay on our path. The path is very clear to everyone. And I think this is something that can happen in football." When asked whether the departure signaled more instability at United, Amorim pushed back on that notion. "I don't think so. From the very first day, I felt the support from everyone. One person leaving doesn't change anything. Of course, it's a tough situation. Like I said, we're talking about a human being, a professional who supported us as a team. But I think what's most important is that the vision remains clear, and that doesn't change with the departure of one person." Amorim noted that the club had pursued Ashworth for a significant time before he ultimately joined, Yet his vision did not align with that of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, United's majority owner. As a result, it's unclear whether United plans to replace Ashworth. Amorim, however, remained focused on his role and the future. He also emphasized that despite the upheaval, the club's overarching goal remains the same: winning the Premier League. No, I don't think there have been any disagreements. I can't talk about the vision in just one press conference, but our goal is to bring this club back to winning the Premier League and to be an elite club as it should be, said Amorim. The manager further explained that, while changes may be necessary to achieve that goal, the direction remains steady. In football, you may make changes because of context, whether that's changing a coach because you're not getting results or adjusting the strategy slightly to stay on course. The vision doesn't change, but sometimes a small change in direction might be necessary to reach the same ultimate goal. Amorim's clarity and determination to restore Manchester United to its rightful place at the top of English football were evident. Despite the challenges and changes behind the scenes, the manager remains fully committed to his mission, to turn United into Premier League champions once again. And with his clear focus, he aims to guide the club through any turbulence as they pursue that lofty goal.